This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. When you think about what a punt returner has to do, it's one of the hardest skills to perform well. With how talented punters can be and the different ways that the ball can travel, it's extremely inconsistent. Sometimes the ball dies in the air, sometimes it hooks off to the right or left, or it just keeps sailing because of the wind. And from the moment the ball is kicked, the return man has less than 5 seconds to track exactly where the ball is going to land, get to that location, and prepare to catch the ball. Oh, by the way, you can't just be looking up at the ball in the air and plan on being able to run. You have to have the ability to look down for a split second and track where the coverage unit's at. If they're too close, fair catch. If not, you have to catch the ball and instantly react. No one did this better than Devin Hester.
Anytime, he's ready at the 35. Backs up to his own 30. Waits for a block. Here he comes again. This time he danced back into trouble and back out again. Wow. Still on his feet. Are you kidding me?
Top 10 ESPN, top 10, that's one of them.
Wow.
Devin Hester had made a name for himself at the University of Miami. He was one of the few dudes who ever played all 3 phases of the game for the U, but more than anything, he stood out on special teams. What's interesting is Hester looked up to Deion Sanders more than any other player. Ironically, Deion played for Miami's rival, Florida State. But these two were actually pretty close. Deion even helped Devin out. Devin even adopted a similar nickname in tribute to primetime. They called him Anytime. What's amazing about Devin Hester was that he was projected to be drafted almost entirely on his return ability in college. The problem was that this was only a small portion of the game. To spend that high of a draft pick on just a return man, that's a pretty big risk. During the 2006 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans planned on drafting Hester in the 2nd round, but they decided to stay away, thinking it was too much risk. The Chicago Bears, on the other hand, wanted Hester badly, and they decided to draft him in the 2nd round of the NFL Draft. At the time, the Bears took a lot of criticism from the fans and the media. Was this really the best they could do with that 2nd round pick? For the fans who may have been upset at first, that quickly changed.
Devin Hester from the 18. Reading box, Devin Hester into the open field. And Hester picks up another block. Devin Hester, the punter to beat. He beat him. Devin Hester all the way. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. It's just incredible. That is exactly what he did in college at Miami.
Healy's kick, pressure kick, not even close. And now Hester, after hesitating, he's going to run it out. He is going to go all the way. 40. Hester at the 45. Here's Devin Hester breaking a couple of tackles. Only the kicker to beat. He can't do it.
This kick from the 10. Break free in the open. Devin Hester. Goodbye. Position 10 Bears up close here. And they do kick it deep. Back to Devin Hester at the 5. Devin Hester with lanes blown down because of the onside. Takes it 95 yards for his 2nd kickoff return of the night. Touchdown.
Throughout Hester's record-breaking rookie season, the Bears had been dominant and possessed the #1 seed in the NFC playoffs. They marched right through the playoffs on their way to the Super Bowl. So here's the setting. It's Super Bowl Sunday. The Bears versus the Colts. My family's getting ready to leave to a friend's house to go watch the game, but since we're running late, we haven't even left the house yet and the game is literally about to start. The Bears win the toss. They decide they want the ball first instead of getting it in the 2nd half. That means the Colts have to kick to Devin Hester to start the Super Bowl. As the kicker is setting up the ball on the tee, my family had been waiting in the car to go. My dad and I decided that since we had already waited this long, we might as well just watch the opening kickoff before we leave, just on the small hope that Devin Hester might take this one back.
The rookie who was so dangerous, who went to college here at Miami. He led the NFC in both kickoff returns and punt returns. And the Colts have had a hard time all season covering kicks. It's Hester trying to work it back to the middle. Gets past the first wave, and here he goes. It's Hester inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. and no flag, 92 yards.
This single moment cemented his legacy to football fans everywhere. Literally, anytime he gets the ball, he could take it the distance. Whether he was playing football for Miami or playing in the Super Bowl, which happened to be in the same stadium that he played college in, he could very easily take it the distance. Unfortunately for the Bears, they didn't do much after that return and would go on to lose, leading to Peyton Manning's first Super Bowl victory. So for any of you who have played Madden at any time in your lives, you would know that the maximum speed, strength, throw power, throw accuracy, whatever it was, is stopped at 99. One of my favorite things to do as a kid when I got the new Madden was to see who the fastest player was in the game. Usually it was a few guys up near 98 or 99. But in Madden 08, Devin Hester had a 100 speed rating. This had never happened in the history of the game. Devin Hester had been so dominant, the developers didn't know what to do, so they felt this was fair. What made Devin Hester so much better at returning kicks than any other player ever? So after I went back and looked at all his return touchdowns in his NFL career, his vision is off the charts. Once he sees a crease, he instantly reacts. Combine that with his choppy, quick-footed run style that allows him to make a cut at any moment. While being much quicker than most of the coverage unit, it was a deadly combination. Devin Hester wasn't just some one-year wonder. He was consistently great over the course of his career.
With the plan, maybe late in the game, you give Mike Glennon some steps. But you don't make that decision, I don't think, Jim, this early.
Canaan, beautiful punt. As Hester retreats to the 38, and he's past everybody. Except the punter, and he breezes past him, and it's Devin Hester's night to high step.
His 20th career return touchdown, the tribute to Deion Sanders with a high stepping as he got near the end zone. He passes Sanders for the most return touchdowns in NFL history.
That man right there genuinely wanted you, and he prayed for you to break his records, and he takes as much enjoyment out of watching you perform than you do.
I'm overcome with emotions right now because
I told you I was going to do it, man.
I love you as a man, as a father, as a husband. I remember the beginning, man. I love you, dude. And I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. And you know that.
I mean, the texts you give me, man, you might not think, because I know you sent it to a couple guys, but I really appreciate that, man. I want to tell you that, man. You always been there for me, man, and I look up to you, man. I really do, man. I really do.
At age 34, and years from his last return touchdown, when it seemed like everyone had forgotten about Devin Hester, the Seattle Seahawks were in the playoffs and decided, why not? And they signed Devin Hester, who was a free agent at the time. This was his final game he ever played.
It's one-on-one. I'll take it, like just there. In Seattle, here's Hester going to take it out from deep in the end zone. Hester! Devin Hester! What a return from the
special teams coach for the Seahawks. That exact question, does he have anything left? And he said, just watch. He does.
20 special teams touchdown. An NFL record was a penalty. Hester spinning, looking for a seam. Devin Hester turning on the Jets. Hester! Devin Hester inside the 10. Impressive against one of the best defenses in the league. Hester going to take it out from the seats. Trying to make something happen. He's got a lot of room. Devin Hester gets through. Devin Hester down to the 30.
So I gotta ask you a question. Have you wanted to create a website to promote your work, but like me, you can't code and you just lack any skill to do so? Listen, Squarespace has got you covered. It's incredibly simple to get started with a variety of templates, marketing tools, the ability to set up and transfer your domain, plus they have amazing customer service, so it's honestly the best place to go to promote your business. Go head on over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/KTO and you will get 10% off your first purchase. Big shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys next time.